Have you ever been in the comment section of a UFC post and you just see that one fan who's defending their favorite fighter with their life? Like maybe it's a Sean O'Malley fan, and if you're not kissing Sean's feet and saying that he has the most aura around town, they're going to be calling you a hater. They're going to say, you know, put some respect on the champ's name, bro. You're just a fucking hater. Or then maybe it's the Izzy fan who, if you don't say that Izzy's the best striker in the UFC and the greatest middleweight to ever live, they're going to be saying, bro, what are you fucking thinking, bro? You're just a casual. Today, we're going to be talking about those guys, okay? We're going to be discussing various fighters, you know, these more popular fighters. We're going to be discussing their fans and ranking them accordingly, okay? So let's just get started. The first fan base we're going to be talking about are the Sean Strickland fans, and I do consider myself a bit of a Sean Strickland fan. You know, I like the guy, right? But I'm going to put the Sean Strickland fans in the B tier because, dude, I am sick of whenever I go, like perfect example. When Dricus fought Izzy, and Dricus won the belt, everyone, I swear I just saw Instagram comment sections flooded with, bro, Strickland's the real champ, Strickland got robbed, Strickland this, Strickland that. Can we let Dricus have a moment? It was genuinely pissing me off, and I'm a Sean Strickland fan who thought he won the Dricus fight at the time, and genuinely was rooting for Strickland, and will still be rooting for Strickland, but it was pissing me off so much, because Dricus, you know, just pulled off this good win against Izzy, and everything was just, nah, yeah, holding the belt for Strickland. Yeah, get that rematch going. Like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. We get it. Strickland got robbed, bro. It's not the biggest deal in the world. And you'll hear these guys, man, they'll back Strickland no matter what. And not because he's entertaining, you know, in terms of his fight style, just because he says something edgy. You know, this guy thinks he's the edgiest guy around town. You know, he'll say something like, man, fuck women, they belong in the kitchen. And all of a sudden, clap it up, bro, clap it up. This guy's a Chad. Those are the fucking Sean Strickland fans I'm talking about. I don't like those guys who just back him up brainlessly. They don't think about anything. They don't know anything about the guy other than he's a funny little edgy guy. And he says some edgy shit. And, you know, all of a sudden you gotta back this guy, bro. This guy's a Chad. Like, sure, Sean Strickland is actually a funny guy, but he does whine a bit, right? And these guys will defend him no matter what. He'll be whining and yapping on Twitter, and they'll be like, bro, Strickland's right, though. I mean, dude, you gotta agree with him. And if you don't agree with everything that he says, bro, you're fucking liberal. You're fucking soy, bro. Dude, you're just soy, bro. Go fucking suck Izzy's dick. I've literally said in a comment section, I said Sean Strickland does have pillow hands, though. He does have pillow hands. That's all I said in the comment section. And I got some fucking Strickland fan saying, bro, go suck Izzy's dick. You're riding Izzy's dick. I'm not an Izzy fan at all. I'm an Izzy hater. I'm a bit of a hater when it comes to Izzy. And Sean Strickland is my favorite middleweight. But, oh, God forbid I point out that he does have pillow hands. All of a sudden, I'm the biggest hater, and I need to go suck Izzy's dick. So, you know, the Sean Strickland fans, I'm going to put them in the B tier. Honestly, they're a little lower, though, maybe. They're honestly maybe at C tier. But let's move on to Max Holloway fans. Now, Max Holloway, I am not talking about... I'm putting these guys in the A tier. But let me tell you who I'm not talking about right now. I'm not talking about the guys who came out of the woodworks after UFC 300 and said... Max is a beast, bro. Max dominates Ilia. Max wipes the floor with Ilia. I'm talking about the guys like me who, you know, I consider myself a Max Holloway fan. You know why? Because I rooted for him in every single fight. And the only fight I'm not rooting for him is the Ilia one because I'm a bigger Ilia fan. But, dude, the actual Max Holloway fans, I respect them so much. They are good guys. They're chill because they like Max Holloway. And even the guys who are rooting for him against Ilia, I do respect them as long as they're not the guys who just... you know, hop on fighters. Like, these are the same guys who maybe they were backing Gaethje at UFC 300 and they were like, Gaethje's a beast, bro. And then they're backing Dustin the other day. And then they're backing Volk against Max. And then all of a sudden they're hopping on Max. These guys just hop from one popular fighter to the other. And I guarantee you, if Ilia beats Max, they'll probably be saying, Ilia's a beast. They literally hop on whoever is the coolest and the biggest superstar, right? That's what they're doing. They're Sean O'Malley fans this day. They're Volk fans the other day. They're maybe Alex Pereira fans. And then all of a sudden they're a Max fan. It just, they can't make up their mind and they just back whoever's the coolest and the most badass and just got the most hype on them recently. But, you know, when Max is at his lowest point, after getting fucking beat up by Volk, they're nowhere to be seen. These guys just hide away. And that's what pisses me off. But the real Max fans, which... I do consider myself one because Max is one of my favorite fighters, bro. He is a top 5 favorite fighter for me. I've always loved Max. And he's a fucking good guy. And I genuinely think his fans kind of, you know, they got the same energy. And his super fans especially. His super fans, I feel like they're chill guys. They, you know, they got that kind of vibe to them where they're just chill. They don't care. They're, best of luck to you, bro. I think Max is a beast, and they like Max because he's just a chill guy. He's just a chill guy who puts on good, entertaining performances. So that's what I mean when I talk about the Max Holloway fans. I don't mean the guys who just all of a sudden appeared after his big knockout at UFC 300, and were thinking that Gaethje was going to destroy him and even backing Gaethje in that fight. I mean, those are not the kids I'm talking about, okay? And I honestly have seen that those guys have started disappearing, because now when I see these Topuria fans, actually, let me move on to Topuria also and talk about this. We're putting Topuria in the B tier, which I do consider myself a Topuria fan, but I'm going to put him in the B tier because now all of a sudden I've seen the narrative shift from right after UFC 300. Everyone was saying, Max is going to sleep this dude. Bro's shitting his pants. Ilia was shitting his pants because he had that stare in the crowd, and Ilia was scared out of his mind and ducking. Now, all of a sudden, because I wanted to make a video on how some of these people were glazing Max a little too hard. And when I went to the comment section on the recent post, related to UFC 308, I found that there were actually a lot more Topuria fans than I expected. There were a lot of people saying that, Ilia Topuria is going to knock this motherfucker out. Bro, Max is sleeping on this guy. Max is going to get fucking knocked out. First guy to put out Max. And I have realized that, me, myself included, I am one of those guys. And I can see why it is a bit unbearable, because when you look at it from an outside perspective, you're seeing a guy in Ilia, who just beat Volk coming off the couch, right? It was Volk after getting knocked out by Islam, so it was just, it was a free win for Ilia. But when you see these Ilia fans that are glazing him so much and saying, he's going to knock out Max, he's going to be the first to knock out Max, he's got the best boxing in the UFC, future GOAT, like I've said these things, I can tell it's a bit annoying, because when you're looking at it from the outside, this guy hasn't really been tested, has he? But, in reality, it's the eye test. Ilia passes the eye test, and I can tell why, some of these Ilia fans are a bit unbearable, especially because now, when I see these Max versus Ilia posts, all I see is people saying, Ilia sleeps this guy. Bro, y'all are sleeping on Ilia. Like, we get it. We know Ilia is good now. It's getting to a point where, all of a sudden, if you don't glaze Ilia and say that he's the best fighter ever to live, and he's going to knock out everybody, then you're a hater. And you don't realize, you must be sleeping on Ilia. You're a casual. So I can tell that it's getting a bit overplayed, and the whole Ilia's the GOAT narrative is getting a bit overplayed, even though I agree with it. But not everyone has to agree with it, okay? Ilia, in my opinion, even hasn't necessarily proven enough that he is genuinely going to be like a featherweight GOAT or anything like that. But it's just my opinion. But these guys in the comment sections will literally flood it and say, if you don't think Ilia is the greatest, you're a casual. And man, how could you diss on Ilia, bro? How could you hate on Ilia? I can tell Ilia fans are a bit unbearable. But let's move on. I've yapped about that for so long. Let's move on. Israel Adesanya. I'm gonna put Izzy fans in the C tier. I'm very, very sorry, but dude, Izzy fans are almost like Ilia fans in terms of, if you're not glazing this guy and saying that he's a future GOAT, they're gonna get very pissed. And if you're not giving him his flowers, if you're not saying he's the middleweight GOAT, which he's not, if you're not saying that, or if you're not saying he's top 3 striker, obviously going top 3, you're his biggest hater, right? But the difference between Ilia fans and Izzy fans is Izzy has lost, okay? Izzy has lost. He has been outstruck. He has been, knocked out and subbed. But if you don't say he's the greatest fighter to ever live, they're going to be pissed at you, or they're going to say you're just hating on him for no reason. Oh, there are very good reasons to hate on him. He has done some freak shit. And I'm not necessarily, I like to say I'm an Izzy hater, but I'm more of a hater about it, like his fights. I'm not necessarily the guy who hates on his personality, like the dog shit. It is weird, but when I'm hating on Izzy, I don't even bring that up usually. I don't bring up any of the weird shit he's done in real life. I just bring up the stuff like, this motherfucker's been outstruck by Jan Blachowicz, Sean Strickland, Alex, granted, he did look good against Strickus. I will say that. He looked good against Strickus in the striking. And it seems like if you don't say he's a top 5 striker, these Izzy fans, man, they'll hop on you. They'll say, bro, you are such a casual, bro. Izzy hates so unnecessary, bro. Why are you hating on this guy? He's so overhated for no reason. There are very good reasons to hate on him, motherfucker. Like, bro, we gotta be more realistic here. And I'm just kind of tired of these guys. And I was very hyped to see Drickus win, because I was hyped to see these Izzy fans finally just, shut up a bit, right? Shut the fuck up a bit, because Izzy, I'm sorry to tell you this, Izzy is a 500 level fighter. He's a win one, lose one guy. You know, I'm bringing up the Lucas Tracy arguments right now, but he did lose against Whitaker in the rematch, you know. And if you look at it, he's winning one, losing one, and he's having these mediocre title defenses against Marvin Vettori and the most boring fight against Yoel Romero. And Izzy fans refuse to admit. And I'm going to bring up Kenny Okoye. I do respect Kenny Okoye, and I actually like some of his takes. But when it comes to things like Izzy being the middleweight GOAT, or I've even heard him say, like, Izzy's not that boring, bro. Izzy didn't make any of his fights boring. Yoel made the Izzy fight boring. Jared Cannonier made the Izzy fight boring. Izzy is the common denominator. He is boring in most of his fights if he does not fucking attack, bro. He is boring. He's boring as fuck, okay? And so, you know, I've seen Izzy lose too many times to put him in my fucking top 5 or top 10 or anything like that. So I'm sorry, but, you know, these Izzy fans who glaze him a little too much, they just get on my nerves, okay? So we're going to put them in the C tier. And let's move on to Volk fans. I'm going to toss Volk fans. They're going to be in the S tier, okay? Because I genuinely, even as a Topuria fan and who was somebody who was rooting for Topuria in the fight, I didn't really get that much hate. I didn't see Volk fans hating on me and calling me delusional and anything like that. And Volk fans in general, I'm not the biggest Volk fan. Like, I've rooted for Max in every fight that he's had against Volk. And I would continue to root for Max over Volk. But, you know, Volk fans are cool. And I think Volk's a cool guy. And obviously we got, you know, Lucas Tracy as the picture-perfect Volk fan. But they genuinely seem pretty, you know, they seem pretty logical. And, you know, they're backing the right guy, right? They're backing a guy who's nice. They're backing a guy who's nice and humble. He's a good fighter. You know, he's got some good scraps in the past. And it doesn't seem like Volk fans are too delusional, in my opinion. They seem like pretty mellow guys, you know, the ones that admit that he did lose to Islam in the first fight. And, you know, I don't really see too many Volk fans. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you've been personally attacked by a Volk fan and he fucking spat on you. But in reality, there's not much to say about these guys because they're just there. They're like, you know, they just like the guy. They just like the guy, and that's it. They're not necessarily even glazing him too much. Because if you put Volk in your top 5, that's a reasonable thing to say. If you put him in your top 5 GOATs list, that is a reasonable thing to say. So I don't consider that necessarily even glazing Volk. Okay, maybe if you're putting him in the top 3, that's glazing. But if he's in your top 5, that's not glazing. Okay, so these Volk fans, they do a little bit of glazing, but not really. Okay, and they do a good job of just, you know, they're nice. They're nice guys. I swear they're nice guys. I have not been attacked by a Volk fan. And I'm going to have to toss them in the S tier, man. They're just chill people, similar to the Max fans, but they do a little less of that, you know, attacking if you pick against them. So I'll put them in the S tier. Jon Jones fans are going to go in the D tier, okay? You know why? Because these guys are fucking unbearable. I'm sorry, but they would not be fans if Jon Jones lost that fight to Dominic Reyes. If it were an official loss, right? Because he did lose that fight. But if it were an official loss, this guy would have lost half of his fan base because half of his fan base are 50-year-old guys or 40-year-old guys who, you know, they know about MMA and they hear, oh, well, who's the best MMA fighter? Oh, it's Jon Jones. This guy, he's a badass. Jon Jones, okay, American, badass, yeah, owns guns, owns dogs. He's a fucking badass. That's all they know, and they see he's undefeated, so, oh, I gotta back this guy. They've probably never seen him fight because his fights aren't as entertaining as you'd think they are. They're not the most entertaining things. They're either people that are fucking in their 40s, remembering the glory days, or people that just got into the sport and are thinking, who's the baddest guy? Who's the best guy in the UFC? Oh, it's Jon Jones? Okay, I'm going to back him. He's been my favorite fighter forever, bro. I've always been a Jones fan. You know, trust me, I'm not a bandwagon. It's these people who literally only back him because he's the GOAT, and that's it. This guy has done terrible things. There's no reason. I'm sick of seeing people in comment sections say, why are you hating on Jones? Jones is so overhated. It has to be rage bait because, dude, this guy has genuinely done terrible things, okay? There's no reason you should be a fan of the guy. If this guy had 2 losses in the UFC or even the Reyes loss, he wouldn't have nearly as many fans because there's nothing to be a fan about him, bro. Like, he's done terrible shit. He beats his wife. He's fucking been arrested for crashing into a pregnant lady. Been arrested several times for fucking just some crash outs. He's crashed out. He does drugs. He's canceled multiple fights. Fucking, basically tormented Daniel Cormier's career, right? Tormented him. Pulled out with PEDs. Multiple PED tests failed. Like, it is terrible what he's done, okay? And I don't get how people back this guy. The only reason they do is because he's the GOAT. It's because he's the GOAT. That's it. That is the only reason. If this guy had a couple losses, nobody would care. Nobody would care. But, you know, you got these badass guys who don't really know much of the sport. They just know, yeah, MMA's like fighting, right? Oh, yeah, I'm going to back the coolest guy there. And they just go, Jones is my favorite fighter, man. Yeah, obviously you got to put Jones there as my favorite because he has guns and he's a badass and he's undefeated. But I'm sick of these guys. And also the ones who think that he's going to beat Tom Aspinall. Oh, my God, you're delusional. You're fucking delusional. I'm genuinely sick. I don't think those guys are real people, so I'm not even going to talk about them too much. But to those people, you know, if you are real in here, don't take much offense to this, but, I mean, you're delusional, bro. Jones is fucking 55 years old, and he's not a good guy, okay? So I'm going to put him in the D tier. Okay, for our next guy, we're actually going to have to make a whole new section. All right, so I just made a don't exist section, and do you guys want to guess who it is? Do you want to guess who our next fighter is? It's Pantoja. Pantoja fans do not exist. I've said this multiple times on this channel. Any flyweight. This could really be any flyweight. They don't exist. You're not a fan of a flyweight unless you're 5'3", fucking, and you wear superhero outfits every day, man. That's the only way you're a fucking Pantoja fan, bro. Like, nobody is a fan of Pantoja. I'm sorry, I've never met one. If you are, just why? Why are you a Pantoja fan? I'm still searching for the missing Pantoja fan. I still haven't found him. I asked this like almost every video, but hello, could you tell me if you're a Pantoja fan? If anybody's a Pantoja fan, I would love to know. But I really can't rate Pantoja's fan base because, as far as I know, it doesn't exist. So we're going to make him a whole new tier, and we'll keep him down here. But let's move on. Conor McGregor fans, and I do consider myself one, but actually, I consider myself an old Conor fan. I'm going to be talking about the guys who still back Conor and still act like he's, you know, oh yeah, I got him against Chandler. I think he could get title shot against Islam, and he'd probably beat him. These guys still exist, believe it or not. They still exist. I know people in real life who are like this. They back Conor no matter what. He's never done anything wrong in his life. He's, class act. He could, honestly, Conor in his prime would beat anybody. Conor in his prime would beat Topuria, Volk, Max, anybody. I know he beat Max when Max was a pipsqueak. But, you know, these guys would back him against anybody. They'd probably take him against Jon Jones in his prime, as long as McGregor's in his prime, right? If McGregor never took that fight against Floyd, bro, dude, I'd tell you, bro, he'd be like the fucking 16-time champ. That's what these guys think. These guys are in every comment section saying, bro, if you see a single person hating on McGregor, you're guaranteed to get a response saying, he made your sport. He made your sport, bro. He's the only reason your sport's known, bro. Stop hating. Quit hating on this guy. I've dealt with these guys in real life because my friend is one of these guys. My friend is a genuine glazer. To the next level, he'll send me, these highlights from fucking 2005 of Conor McGregor. And he's glazing him so fucking hard. It's not the same guy. I used to love Conor. You know, I love fucking Conor, but I don't love this new Conor. This new Conor, I don't associate him with anything. So when I see this new Conor, fuck him, bro. Fuck him. I don't care about new Conor whatsoever. He's a totally changed guy. So I don't get why me trash talking new Conor has to be like taken as fucking blasphemy. And people have to like, call me out on it and say, I'm disrespecting Conor. I'm not disrespecting Conor. I'm disrespecting this new Conor. And his fans are also delusional in terms of hating on any Dagestani for their entire lives. You know, just because Khabib was a fucking weirdo, they gotta hate on every Dagestani now. Now Islam fucking sucks. Umar, anybody who's a Dagestani is automatically fucking number one public enemy. And they also won't admit that Conor can't get over his fucking Khabib loss. I am genuinely sick of seeing Conor hold on to this Khabib loss for his entire life and tweet about it. To this day, he's still tweeting, I'm gonna buy your house and take a shit in it. Like, genuinely, get over it, Conor. Like, bro, it's just, he doesn't deal with losses well. I'm sorry. I know people that think that the Dustin trilogy was a loss, you're delusional. So those people are delusional. That wasn't a loss. That should have been a no contest. So I'll give those to the Conor fans who, I see them sometimes defending that trilogy and saying it should have been a no contest. It should have, okay? Because Dustin didn't do anything to break Conor's leg. Conor broke his own leg in that fight. He fucking stepped back weird, okay? You can't say that's a win for Dustin. I'm sorry to tell you that, but in general, I'm going to put these Conor fans in the middle because they are fucking annoying sometimes, okay? And I can admit that as a former Conor fan as well. Like, I was annoying. And I'm not even a former Conor fan. I'm just an old Conor fan, not a fan of the new Conor. I've said that like 1,000 times now, but, whatever. Let's move on. Let's move on to the modern era Conor McGregor. This, if you go, I'm going to put him in the C tier. If you don't call this guy the modern era Conor McGregor, people are going to seriously get pissed. His fans will seriously fucking crucify you if you don't say, Sean O'Malley's best mic skills, most aura, this guy's just a beast. If you don't say that, and if you're not, kissing his feet and praising him, if you don't get down on your knees and start praising Sean O'Malley, you're just a hater, bro. You're a fucking hater. You're a fucking hater, bro. Come on, stop hating on him, bro. Dude, he smokes weed and he's funny as fuck, dude. These guys will listen to his podcast, sit there and listen to him and start fucking giggling. They'll start giggling to themselves listening to fucking Sean O'Malley's podcast. And God forbid, as a Cheeto fan, I rooted for Cheeto. God forbid I root for Cheeto, bro. Cheeto's a bum. Cheeto sucks. I literally got the most hate I've ever received in my life for Cheeto Vera, for liking Cheeto Vera. A guy who, maybe talks trash to hype up the fights and only really talks trash to people in his division. Otherwise, this guy's very wholesome, very generous, very nice, hypes up other guys outside of his division. It's just people that are in his division he's going to talk trash to. So God forbid he talk trash because he's a bum. He's a bum, bro. Cheeto Vera's a bum. Sean O'Malley fans, if you're not praising Sean, bro, you're just the biggest fucking hater in the world. And, he does have an entertaining style, but I'm sorry. He has an entertaining style. He doesn't have an entertaining personality. This guy is a bot personality. Just smoke weed, hang out with the Nelk boys. These guys, they're also 12 years old. They are also literally 12 years old. I have not seen one above the age of 18. Above the age of 18. I've never clicked on one of these guys and seen, oh, yeah, he's out of middle school. They're always in middle school. They were literally born when Sean O'Malley was on Dana White's Contender Series. They learned about Sean O'Malley through the Nelk Boys. That's it. They just watched a Full Send podcast with Sean, and they were like, no, this guy's a fucking badass, bro. Yeah, he hangs out with the Nelk Boys. Oh, shit, yeah. I fucking fuck with this guy so hard. That's it. That's all they know. They literally... I just can't. I can't, okay? Sean O'Malley, dude, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I am... I give him his credit. I say he's the best striker in the UFC. I'm picking him against Marab, but that's not enough. That's not enough with these Sean O'Malley fans. I'm still a hater. So, I don't fuck with them too much. Let's move on. Islam Makhachev fans. You guys are going to be surprised about this, but I don't know. I don't know. I want to put them, bro, in the A tier. Okay, I want to put them in the A tier. This is going to be crazy. I already know I'm going to get called out for this, but dude, the A tier is not really that full. And honestly, I'm talking about the more general Islam Makhachev fans, right? Because these aren't Khabib fans. These aren't necessarily Khabib fans. Khabib fans would be probably in the B or the C tier, around the Conor level. But this is Islam fans, right? Islam fans are kind of a different breed. They're more humble. They genuinely are. They'll maybe accept. The one thing I'll say is they're kind of similar. Where if you pick against Islam, they'll get on your ass. They'll fucking say, dude, you're a fucking casual, Dagestani number one. Don't never pick against the Dagestani, bro. How dare you? You're disrespecting their whole religion. You're disrespecting their whole culture. Bro, I just wanted to pick against Islam. Sorry. But, I mean, genuinely, they seem pretty decent. I don't see I feel like the hate that these guys spread, supposedly, is it only me? Or maybe I feel like it's kind of imaginary. I feel like it's just Conor fans assuming that he's going to hate, or Dagestani haters assuming that because he's Dagestani, all his fans must be hating. But I don't know, man. I think Islam's a pretty cool guy, and I genuinely haven't seen his fans be too toxic or anything like that. So maybe you should be at the top of the B tier, but just for this purposes, because I don't have many guys in the A tier, bro. I want to have him at the bottom of A tier. And I don't know, man. I genuinely think it's maybe because Islam's a more humble guy. Islam doesn't really trash talk his opponents. Sure, he'll trash talk their skill set, and he'll say, brother, this guy don't have a chance with me. This guy, I'm going to beat this guy in boxing, in grappling. That's it. That's what he'll say. He's not trash-talking your family. He's not going after personal attacks. After his fight against Dustin, he was saying, no, all respect to the guy. There was a clip of him in Dagestan as well. He was literally saying, he was defending Dustin, because Dustin called him a pussy or something, or his mom a bitch, motherfucker, something like that. Yeah, motherfucker. He called him motherfucker. And he had to defend him. He was like, no, Dustin, it's his language, man. He didn't mean it. He didn't mean this. So I genuinely think Islam is a good guy, and I think as a result of that, his fans have become pretty good. They've become a tamer version of Khabib fans, and I don't know. I genuinely, maybe I'm wrong for this, but I don't think they should be any lower than the B tier, okay? So we're going to put them in the A for now. Colby Covington fans. Ha, these guys are going in the C tier, bro. These guys are almost as unbearable as fucking Jones fans, bro. I swear. Like, Colby fans, I don't know how you could still be a Colby fan. Like, what does he do? What does he do that's so, like, entertaining? That's so, like, he says the same shit. The jig is up, bro. The jig is up. You've said the same shit 1,000 times. You said, you know, fake stoppage, fake ref, fake, like, it gets to a point. It was cool. It was maybe funny at one point, but now it's just overplayed as fuck. And it's obvious he's playing a character, and the whole story where, no, bro, they'll, like, the second you say Colby's playing a character, they'll say, bro, this guy's a casual. He doesn't know about the story. Yeah, Colby was about to get cut, and he had to change his personality. He's actually a really nice guy. Okay, I don't give a shit, bro. He's still playing a character, and it's fucking annoying, and he drags it. And, like, the shit about Leon's dad, saying that about Leon's dad, way too far, bro. Like, if you can't trash talk without coming up with your scripted lines and, you know, always saying the same shit, you're not that good of a trash talker, and you're not, you know, you're not that good of a person either, bro. He's a bit of a dick. He's a bit of a dick, right? Former Jon Jones roommate, obviously, we all know that. And I don't know, bro. These guys will defend him no matter what. They'll say, you know, bro, this guy doesn't know. He had a broken foot in the Leon fight, bro. Well, obviously, you know, Colby's a fucking beast. Sure, he's had good fights with Usman. He put on some legendary fights with Usman, but that doesn't make you, like, that doesn't mean that he's the best guy ever, bro. That doesn't mean anything. Like, you need to stop defending Colby, bro. Like, it gets to a point where he's gotten all these undeserved title shots. He's just pissing me off, bro. Like, he genuinely pisses me off. The shit he says is not funny anymore. It used to be maybe funny for a bit. Then it got so fucking overplayed. And now I feel like I'm saying the same shit, but genuinely, these guys, they just feel like they have to back Colby no matter what. And, you know, Colby's not a sore loser. Colby's not a duck, you know, even though he's ducking Ian Gary. And he's, like, what is he doing? If you're a Colby fan, could you please explain what he's doing right now? What is the strat? Who is he looking to fight? Because he ducked Bilal, he ducked Gary, and now obviously he's calling out Bilal probably because Bilal's the champ. But that's all he does. He just sits on the sideline. So I don't know how you could be a fan of this guy when he sits on the sideline. You don't even see this guy fight. And, like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Why are you such a fan of him? Because maybe he makes a funny little Instagram comment every fucking month. Every month he'll make a random Instagram video, and it's so fucking funny, bro. No, Colby's a good guy, bro. You gotta give him a chance. Yeah, he used to be funny. He's not funny anymore. Let's just leave Colby down there, bro. Colby's not that funny of a guy. So we're gonna put the Colby fans in the C tier because I genuinely don't understand why they're still fans of him. But yeah, we'll move on to the last guy. The other thing I want to say about the Colby fans before we go to the next guy is these guys will also act like Colby is like, dude, he's the second best guy there behind fucking the champ. Like, he's the champ if Usman wasn't. They'll always bring up how, dude, he would have been the champ if Usman wasn't there, bro, and he got robbed against Usman. Like, I get it. The second fight should have been a draw, but, dude, you need to relax, okay? His title, his run is a bit overrated, okay? This guy hasn't really beat anyone, bro. I shouldn't say anyone, but he hasn't beat anybody recently who is, like, of notability. He's nothing notable, bro. Like, the Masvidal fights don't bring you up to a top 5 welterweight of all time. Like, these guys they think that he's genuinely, like, hem. They think he's hem. They think he would have been the champ, bro. He's so fucking good, bro. Like, relax, bro. Relax. He's not that good, okay? Especially not anymore, but let me move on to the last guy. So, for our last guy, we got Alex Pereira. And I'm going to put Alex fans in the S. Just kidding. Just fucking kidding. I'm putting Alex fans in the B tier because they also are similar where, you know, if you're not picking Alex, which I'm going to be picking Alex in his next fights because I picked against him too many times, but as somebody who's picked against Alex, I'm put to the cross, bro. They put me to the cross. They crucify me. They fucking, you know, they start fucking hitting me with stones because I'm not picking Alex. And they say, stupid fucking casual, Izzy. I'm an Izzy fan because I'm not picking Alex. You know, all of a sudden I'm an Izzy fan. And I'm fucking stupid. I'm just an Alex Pereira hater. Casual, you need to learn the sport, bro. Alex is a beast. And fair enough, he did win those fights. But, dude, forgive me for rooting for my favorite fighter. Like, Yuri's my favorite fighter. Forgive me for, you know, all of these things that I picked against Alex. Or how dare I pick against Alex? And these guys, dude, they fucking think that you're the biggest hater if you're not picking Alex. And I'm sorry, but these guys are a bit obsessive. They're a bit obsessive. The trauma, everything has to be trauma, bro. Like, relax, bro. It gets to a point. Everything's fucking trauma. Look how humble Alex is. Like, we get it, bro. Alex is a cool guy. but they're obsessed with them. It's a little too obsessive, and it gets to a point, man. It gets to a point where you need to relax. Like, dude, just chill, bro. Like, Alex doesn't know you, bro. You need to relax, man. And I am going to be picking Alex against Magomed and Khalil. So, you know, relax. I'm not a hater. I'm actually a bit of a fan, a bit of an Alex fan. Granted, I get pissed when I see the Alex glaze. The Alex glaze drives me insane because I can't fucking understand for the life of me why people glaze him so much. Like, fair enough, he's a good guy, entertaining fighter, but dude, they glaze him so fucking much, it drives me insane, bro. It's like, oh my god, when it's Alex Pereira fight week, every comment section, everything, pick against this guy, you're gonna get fucking shot if they see you. I mean, dude, it's insane. It gets to a point where they glaze Alex too much that it honestly makes the fans unbearable. Alex himself is a very cool guy, really cool guy, but his fans are the ones that I feel like they drive people insane. Okay, that's like objectively looking at it. So I'm going to throw them in the B tier, probably like the bottom of B tier, but yeah, I mean, that's it. I know I probably left out a lot of fighters, but that's why, you know, we can always make a part 2. So if there's any fighters that I left out, let me know. I'm sorry if I didn't put Charles in here. Some other guys, you know, I'm thinking of other guys right now. I could have put them in here, but this video is already pretty long. I'm going to make a part 2 eventually when, you know, maybe 16 years from now I'll make a part 2. And also, sorry if I talk shit about you. Like, if you're a fan, these are the extremes of fans, okay? So you need to chill. Maybe you're a Sean O'Malley fan and you're really chill, actually. Then, okay, I'm very sorry. This isn't a personal attack to anybody. If you're a fan of these guys, okay, relax. I get why you're a fan of these fighters. Maybe not the Jon Jones guys because, dude, you're only a fan of him because he's undefeated and because he's good. Like, that's the only reason you're a fan of him. But I'm not attacking anybody here. And also, let me know if you're the missing Pantoja fan. I still haven't found him, so just let me know that. And yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.